Hey, welcome to FCRB TV. It's been a couple of weeks now since I last posted. Again, I got caught up and I was a bit bored with everything that was going on. We had the semifinal first legs in the Champions League and the Europa League last couple of weeks, and then the second legs just took place. So now we know that we've got Liverpool and Real Madrid in the final. So I'm really going to focus on the Champions League today. I'm not going to talk about Arsenal right now and the whole manager search. I may do one of those again on the weekend, but it's going to be quite busy for me this weekend because our club, FC Red and Blacks, we've got State Cup coming up. For those of you who don't know, it's like the FA Cup. It's like the U.S. Open Cup for kids, for youth football in the States, in New York State. So every state has their own. And you win state, you go to the regional championships. You win the regional championships, you go to the national championships. So, we try to have our players dream of going as far as they can go. And it all starts this weekend. So we've got training sessions in the next couple of days. And the first round of matches will be on Saturday. So my mind's really focused on that. So in between that time, you're watching the games, and as I said, we see that Real Madrid hung on to get through and get to another final, the third in a row, looking to win it, get a three-peat here, and then Liverpool, I would say comfortably got through the Roma test, and now we have Liverpool and Real Madrid in the final. I think that's for the neutrals. That's the best final we could possibly get. But what I really wanted to talk about was over the two legs, clearly Roma was not up to the level of Liverpool. Liverpool's front three are frightening, and they really won the tie in the first leg with the 5-2 scoreline. Mohamed Salah ran riot. You can hear the ice cream truck in the back. Yeah, some of his kids are probably going to run against the ice cream right now. So Mohamed Salah ran riot, 2 goals, 2 assists in the first leg, and that pretty much killed the tie for Roma. They would have had to have won 3-0 today, or, the way it starts off, they make one silly mistake, and, Liverpool's pace up front in through, and they go ahead 1-0 through Sadio Mane, and they end up losing the game 4-2. Roma won 4-2, but aggregate, was 7-6 to Liverpool. Now, if you're Roma, you're conceding 7 goals in 2 games, and I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna blame Roma because that front three at Liverpool, and as you all know, I'm an Arsenal man, but that front three at Liverpool, they're quite frightening. They're quite menacing up front. With the likes of Firmino, Mane, and Salah, they're dangerous up front. So you can't think you're going to get through to the final conceding 7 goals. Granted, there was some handballs and some poor officiating. Dzeko wasn't offside, and he was brought down in the box. That should have been a penalty. They did get a dodgy penalty at the end, but it was there's a lot of what ifs and things like that. But I think overall, Liverpool were the better side and the deserved side to go through. Being a Guna and supporting the Premier League, I grit my teeth, but I'm kind of happy for Liverpool to get there to carry the flag for the Premiership, and hopefully Arsenal can win tomorrow in the Metropolitano against Atletico, and we can have ourselves another English side in the Europa League final. So that's going to be, I can't wait. I'm going to bed early for that. Going to bed early so I can get up, go to work, come back, and have full energy to watch the game. So now we turn our attention to the tie between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. And, around these parts, some of the people that know me, they call me a hater because I speak the truth and they don't want to hear it, And, we've got a lot of Real Madrid fans around here throughout the world, and they were quite lucky to get through to the finals again, I think, because Bayern Munich shot themselves in the foot. I don't think that's they weren't better than Real Madrid, but Real Madrid didn't really dominate the game. And what shocked me the most was Real Madrid never had to go to another gear when they played in the Allianz Arena and they won the game 2-1. I mean that schoolboy defending by Rafinha in the first leg, where he just gave the ball to Lucas Vasquez, and then he played in Asensio, and it was 2-1, game over. You know, that was comical. So it was. I mean, they just made it so easy for Real Madrid. So I'm thinking that when they come to the Bernabeu, Real Madrid's gonna boss the game and keep them off the ball and get a few goals and kill the game. But if you watch the game, they were really sitting deep and defending for their lives. And Bayern had the ball all the time. And Bayern is an aging side. Bayern is not. Bayern's golden age is done. Robin is too old. Lewandowski, he's starting to get there. Frank Ribery's too old. You know, Boateng is getting up there as well. Man, this ice cream truck will not bounce, dude. Really? Nobody wants any ice cream, man. Anyway, so Bayern really shouldn't have put Real Madrid under so much pressure, but they did. And Real Madrid at home, they didn't keep the ball. They couldn't really get the ball off of Bayern, and all they were doing was just kicking the ball out and trying to get counterattacks. You know what I mean? Yes, and I know you're going to say, oh, well, what about that goal when they had 28 passes and they scored a goal? Okay, yeah, that's great. They kept the ball well. They created their chance, whipped it in. Benzema, 1-1. Great header. Fantastic. But aside from that, what else did y'all do at home? You know? Bayern gives you another comical schoolboy defending goal there where Tolisso, don't know why Tolisso gave that hospital ball back to the goalkeeper, and I don't know why he just got caught up in the first place. I blame Tolisso more so than I blame the goalkeeper. So that gives Benzema a gift, 2-1 to Real Madrid. Then Bayern, once that happens like 15 seconds into the second half. So once that happens, Bayern take the kick off, and the Bayern don't give the ball up till they tie it. You know, I mean, Real Madrid was just under the cost. They were under the cost more so than I thought they should have been. And if I was a Real Madrid fan, I would have been like, yo, what are we doing? Why can't we get the ball and keep this ball and tell Bayern that they've got to back up because we're going to the finals? But they held on, and you know, they should have had a few penalties as well. You know, the cross from Kimmich hit the hand of Marcelo. That was a clear handball. What else happened in the game? There were some other things that were kind of dodgy. The referee. Oh, there was one that was kind of questionable where it looked like Lewandowski was brought down in the box, but I don't know. I can understand the one going. I think the biggest one for me was the handball on Marcelo, but there were just two others. But overall, I think that Real Madrid just got through, and now we're going to have the final in Kyiv between Liverpool and Madrid. And I think Liverpool's going to have them, because I think that the opportunities that this Real Madrid defense is willing to give an opposing attacking side, they're going to put to the sword by the Liverpool front three. You cannot go and gift them or give them clear chances as they've been giving people the whole tournaments. You know what I mean? The thing is, I think that the Real Madrid midfield should be able to boss the Liverpool midfield, I think. But again, I thought that in the last round, and they really didn't do it. And I really don't think that the likes of James, Tolisso, and either Javi Martinez or who was the other one that was in there? I can't even remember who the other guy was in there. But those guys in the middle of the park, they're not really that much greater than what Liverpool have to offer in the midfield as well. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's going to come down to, can the back line of Liverpool detain the likes of Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, Asensio, Vasquez long enough over the course of 90 minutes, and then vice versa? Can the back line of Real Madrid hold off arguably the best front three in the world at the moment? And my money's on Mohamed Salah and Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane. I think that those guys will get loose, and they might get one each. I think they're going to beat Liverpool, beat Real Madrid 3-1. That's what I'm thinking. So, but also I wanted to also go into this about the finals. take a look at the two teams that are in the Champions League final right now. You've got Real Madrid, who are third in La Liga, miles behind Barcelona, miles. And then you've got Liverpool, who are in third in the Premiership, and they're miles behind City as well. So the question is, which is harder to win, your domestic championship or the Champions League? And I think that the domestic championships are across the board getting harder, except, well, those are the two toughest leagues, the La Liga and the Premiership. Premiership is number one for me, and then followed by La Liga. And I know some people are not going to like that, but that's fine. You know, you're entitled to your own opinion. But I think that it's harder to win your domestic title than it is to win the Champions League, because Real Madrid have had a poor season in La Liga, and then they're in another Champions League final. Liverpool, you know, they get dominated by Man United over two meetings in the league. I mean, Mourinho shuts down this front three like no other, and they're in the Champions League final. Meanwhile, Man United loses to Sevilla, and then Man United is second in the Premier League. It's hard to win a domestic league, and these days it's actually easier to win the Champions League. So I mean, it's the most prestigious cup in world club football. But you know, it's almost like, is it losing its luster where you're having teams who can't get it right domestically, but then they're flying high in Europe? You would have thought it would be the other way around, but it's just crazy times, I guess, you know, a little bit, because you've got two teams in the final who have both dodgy defenses. Aside from Sergio Ramos, both defenses are dodgy. Oh my God, this ice cream truck is here again. Oh man. Wow. Let's enjoy it for a minute. All right. So back to it. I think that it's just something to talk about. It's something to take a look at, that, you know, these teams don't really defend well. They just, like, Real Madrid knows how to get to a final. They know how to win the Champions League. And then you've got Liverpool, who they've got a front three where the rest of the team is like, hey, let's just do our best to keep the opposition in front, and then let's pump the ball forward to our three magicians up front, and they're going to get it done for us. And that's what happened again today. You know, they scored on a set piece, and then Reguilón and Golan give the ball away, and they hit him on the counter, golazo. No midfield play whatsoever. And really, that's what they did at Anfield when they blitzed them 5-2. It was 5-0 before they scored. They just blitzed them on counters. Roma was trying to play that day. Roma was full of confidence. They had just beaten Barca. And then all of a sudden, they win the ball, pump it up to Salah or Bobby Firmino, and they're gone. You know? It's starting to rain out here, so I might have to move inside, but it's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. So let's see here. I'm going to get up, start moving. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's in my backyard. But yeah, I just think it's kind of funny that we've got two teams with dodgy defenses that are in the Champions League final now. And then I've got some Real Madrid fans on my Facebook who are talking nonsense about, oh, well, Barca couldn't beat Roma. Yeah, okay, they lost to Roma, but Barca just won the double. Where were you? You know? And now you're going to have to deal with Mohamed Salah, Bobby Firmino, and Sadio Mane. So, you know, I just wanted to talk about, you know, the Champions League finalists. Happy for Liverpool. I think it's going to be a great game between the I'm in my garage now. I'm happy for the matchup, because I really want to see what's happening. We'll see if Ronaldo gets free. You know, I think that Dejan Lovren can save his career if he can play 90 minutes and not give away anything against Ronaldo and Benzema. I think that what's-his-face, Virgil van Dijk will have a good match. But it's going to be a good final. Looking forward to it. You know, as I said, I'm going to get to bed early tonight because my Arsenal's got a massive match tomorrow. I really hope they can do it for Arsene Wenger. You know, I love Arsene Wenger, and He has influenced my coaching career more than he could ever know, and he doesn't know I exist. So I'm gonna go, but that was my little rant on the Champions League finalists. Kudos to both sides, but it's kind of a little questionable when, neither side really defend well, neither side really did well in their own domestic competition. So yeah, I'll try to be back. As I said, it's gonna be busy the next couple of days for me with FC Red and Blacks and their State Cup quest, trying to be champions. Also tomorrow I'll try to get on again as soon as I can, but just wanted to get on about this one. If you let me know what you think, subscribe, FCRB TV. We'll be back. Ciao.